First pitch tonight, 8 Eastern Time, alongside Dan Schulman and Jessica Mendoza and Buster Olney. It will be Aaron Boone back here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Aaron?
I'm good. How you doing, Rich?
I'm fired up. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Being a lifelong Yankee fan, I didn't see this one coming. I did not think there would be a playoff game this year, and I'm genuinely excited. What do you think about the tonight's game, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm excited too, and I think from a Yankee standpoint, they feel like that kind of scary team that I think Cleveland's sitting there watching. Probably, if you had truth serum, pulling for the Twins. I think the Yankees may be that one team, especially in that first division series in a best-of-5 situation, that kind of scares Cleveland a little bit, just because the bullpen's so deep, their offensive capabilities. But I'll tell you what, being around the workout yesterday and the press conference, there's a little swagger and I feel like a quiet confidence to what the Twins are doing. And, you can make the case it's been the best offense in the second half of the season, hitting the ball over the fence a ton and giving the ball to a guy that's had a great year in Urban Santana.
No, there's no doubt about that. And the Yankees and the Twins had a 3-game set a couple weeks ago, and the Yankees just absolutely obliterated them and always have a good game against the Twins more often than not over the last decade and a half. That said, it's just a 1-game playoff tonight, and they are a team that had 100 losses last year. So they must be feeling a little bit destined as well right now. No question about that. Which matchup do you think fits well for the Twins tonight, Aaron?
Well, the fact that they have Santana going, I'm not quite sure people realize how good of a season he's had. Over 200 innings, 16 wins, a low earned run average. I think the one thing, if he's on and his slider is on, and it's a pitch he'll throw almost 40% of the time, it's one of the best sliders in the game. If he's commanding that, then he's got a real chance, especially a team that swings and misses as much as the Yankees do. However, he's also prone to giving up the long ball. And if that slider's not being commanded, that thing's up in the zone a little bit, that's death at Yankee Stadium, especially with the power that they have, especially the power they have in the middle of their lineup. So I'm just really looking forward to that matchup where is Santana on, and does he have that great command with his slider, which will be kind of the key to everything tonight.
And then what about the Twins lineup against Severino? What do you think matches up well for Minnesota there?
Well, they come in collectively swinging the bat really well. And you think about when Miguel Sano, their slugger, went down, this team got better. And they got power sources from so many different places in the lineup. Polanco, Rosario, Dozier at the top. They can beat you in so many different ways. And, Severino, first time pitching in a playoff game, 23 years of age. If he's on top of his game, he's going to be very tough to hit because the stuff is so elite. But all of a sudden you add some elements, you get a little bit of a lead. Mistakes to the Minnesota Twins, more often than not in the second half, have turned into home runs. And in this ballpark, a couple of mistakes on either side, and the long ball may be the difference.
And so Sano is not there, though, tonight, Aaron. I mean, that's a significant hole in the lineup just with that in itself, correct?
Yeah, but that's what's been remarkable about this Twins team. They became a better offense when Sano went down because so many guys stepped up. We saw Rosario and Polanco and these guys really emerge in the second half of the season, not just picking up the slack, but hitting for power and hitting for power like Sano. So, yeah, they miss him because he is the real deal from a power standpoint, Sano, but they've had everyone step up and not only pick up the slack, but really fill his shoes.
Aaron Boone joining me here as he's getting set to call the Yankees and Twins wild card game tonight on ESPN. Let's talk about tomorrow. Rockies and Diamondbacks. That's been the expected matchup for weeks, if not months. How do you see that playing out in the National League, Aaron?
Yeah, toss-up. I'm actually going to that game with my wife. We're going as fans. We live in Arizona, so we'll be there.
Nice. So you have the pool seats? You can be by the pool?
No, we'll be right by the Rockies dugout.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to watching it because those are two really good teams, and it's a great matchup with Greinke going on the mound, and then I don't know if anyone knows who John Gray is across the country, but he's an emerging ace. I mean, this guy, I think, is going to go in there and pitch really well. We had to make our picks. I actually picked the Rockies in this game because I think John Gray has a chance to go in there and be a real difference maker. Diamondbacks a little banged up. Goldschmidt a little banged up down the stretch. I think the Diamondbacks pose the biggest threat to the Dodgers in the second round, but this game tomorrow night should be a great one, and it's a really good pitching matchup with Greinke and Gray.
So the sodium pentothal on the Dodgers, they're rooting for the Rockies tonight. That's what you're saying.
You know what? I think so. Again, true serum, I think, they're pulling for the Rockies to get Gray out because they know if they have to play the Diamondbacks, it's Robbie Ray in Game 1, Robbie Ray probably in Game 5, a guy that's really had the number of the Dodgers this season.
And you've obviously played in a playoff game in pinstripes, and you know what it's like. The crucible is, Aaron. What do you think's going through Aaron Judge's mind today? What do you think here?
Man, I think he's so good at this kind of stuff, at moments, at just, he carries himself with such a calm, with such a class, like a veteran. And so I think from the moment standpoint, from the excitement, the nerves, all that come with playing in this game, especially a do-or-die win or go home game, I think he'll handle it as well as you can, and I think he'll be a guy that, from a pulse and a heartbeat standpoint, I think he'll be okay. It comes down to if he lays off the pitches that Irvin Santana wants him to chase, then he's got a chance to have success and really have his power make an impact. And
I don't know if you saw it. You might be, prepping for tonight's game a little bit more or whatever. But Derek Jeter just had his first press conference as part owner of the Miami Marlins, Aaron.
Oh, I did not see that. He's come in guns blazing, firing some dudes. I know that.
What'd you think of that, Aaron?
From afar, it was, a little interesting that he's, at the end of the day, it's on him, and you've got to make the decisions that you think are best for the organization. But it did seem a little bit quick from afar of firing some guys that maybe you haven't got to know yet.
Do you think he's got some Steinbrenner in him, Aaron? Seriously?
Absolutely. I think there are a lot of qualities about the boss that Derek Jeter respected, and I'm sure may be something that he takes with him a little bit.
Now, I'm thinking this, Aaron, because we had one of our listeners tweeted at the show in the last hour when we talked about Jeter, wondering if he would ever come back for an Old Timers Day in Yankee Stadium. And my thought is Jeter is the type to say that part of his life is closed. That he would not, I'm not saying he would never show back up again, but as long as he's the owner of the Miami Marlins, that's his team. And I would proffer to say that Jeter's turned the page. What would you say to something like that, Aaron?
I would say he's definitely turned the page, and I don't expect him to be at Old Timers Day very often. But if there was a day in the next 20, 30 years, I think there is one that he will come back for at some point to be a part of, and it'll be a big deal.
What would that day be?
2027.
2027.
Yep.
Okay. Am I missing something right there? What do you?
No, I've just made it up.
You just made it up. No, I don't know. It just seems to me that it's for us Yankee fans. This is wild to see that he's in charge of a team and Mattingly is his employee. I can't believe that. That's kind of crazy, right?
It really is.
I guess you live long enough. Aaron, you take care of yourself. Have a good game tonight, okay?
All right. Thank you, Rich. Take care.
That's good. Aaron Boone.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that, please download our app. There's lots of fun things there other than just more of the videos you just saw. You can call us from the app. You can email us from the app. Just download it. Trust me, you'll enjoy it.